I wrote this as a single continuous sentence one morning at work. Emailed it to my boss and said, "I don't feel well, I'm going home." She understood. What am I, this I, which I, this me that I see, that is seen, that is the me you see as you, as I see you? Which I, who am I, what am I, why am I, where am I? Who is this me, an abstract, inexact abstraction from the self that is perceived as me or as you? If it's you whose perception is required for existence of this persistent form that is the I that I believe me to be. If me is real as I, as you. But real is relative. How relative to relate to the self, to myself, to yourself, your reality different to mine. You see me as you, I see you as you, and me as me. But this me, this self, this ill-formed sense of being, belonging to what or where is anybody's guess but not mine. I choose not to guess or require suggestion of reality. Being that which I would be, or you believe me to be, is enough for some, but for me, I don't know. This me I don't really know, but exists within this frame of perception. This me that is I, this is the you that you see. Is this really the me that I see? Are we one? This you in your eyes, this me in my mind. Who are we? This I, me, you conglomeration of perceived beings, forming the self, this self, myself, which defies definition or serious inquisition. As to purpose, without purpose I am adrift in the sea of self, selflessly see that around me as unreality, questioning all that is perceived. This self then questions its perception of self. Am I, is me? Does myself equate with being? If perception is to exist, and perception is questioned, where I, this self, myself, this I that is the I that I see, that is me, the you that you perceive, or do I? Is this self-perceived or self-deceived by that which we trust in to lure us from void into being, into meaning? In existence we trust, but by perception do we measure the immeasurable, with fallible translation of sensation by the mind, the infallible most foolable tool. Able to do so much with so little, must all of it be real? Or just that reality which agrees with self-perception of meaning, of being, of that which is me, that is dissipating, instigating, anticipating the destruction of the self, this entropic being, going the way of all things thermodynamic, breaking down, returning to the null state, apathetically allowed, not encouraged, as much as this me appears to do with excess and stress. I digress from me, follow paths outside the borders of myself, this self, whose existence I begin to question, to doubt. Without doubt, I do not exist. If unable to question that which is around, do I exist at all, or drift, or void, and null? But if I exist to question, can I exist without question of my own existence, but losing track of that certainty, fallacy of modern thought? Can I still exist at all? But what is experience but awareness of self, and what is awareness if not the need to question, to doubt, but doubting that which is perceived? If I am but perception, am I in fact I? Is this me at all? Am I at all, or am I not? And if I am not, are you, in that you perceive me? Or do I perceive you perceiving me? Who is deceived? If you are deceived, or if I am deceived, in that you are not of outside, but within me in my perception, this self-perception of being, then reliance on your perception to give me substance being, lacks substance, insubstantial, this construct that is I, that is this I, that is me, is not to be all that is believed.